So what are we doing today? What's the thief up to?
All right, yeah. So this is Thief Gold. As you can see down here, I'm now running an unofficial patch to make it so that the movies work. I installed this thing, and there were a whole bunch of other options that I could install, like updating all the textures to Thief 2 and changing the AI and shit. And I was like, no, just give me the most bare bones possible thing. So we'll see if that fucked anything up. It did add the option to do like native resolution widescreen stuff, so that's kind of neat.
Oh god,
all my controls
scale
still
the UI?
correct. Yes, I did a little test run of the first main level, and everything seemed fine. Although I did have trouble using my secondary items. Alright, well, let's just jump in here and see what happens. We're gonna skip some levels, I think.
If it worked.
I'm sure it worked.
So here's a question. Is it the training level now, or do we skip the training level?
Wow.
So what we did is
Let's Training
gave me
right? Skip training, yeah?
a code to put for, like, the first level so that we could just jump right to it.
File.
But let's see what skip training does.
Are we going to Lord Bafford's Manor?
I don't know. We'd know if we'd seen this cutscene before.
Oh, good, it's contained, so we don't have to do anything.
I think this
Wait, is this Resident Evil?
So, we didn't get to talk about this because they didn't work last time, but I do love the cutscenes in this game.
They're great.
They have this, like, minimal animation style that is simultaneously really good for their budget, but also just gorgeous.
To invest in some new tools. Farkas is one of the few
minimal
merchants
writing
willing to
too.
risk selling to an independent like me, and his prices are steep. But the other choice is to let one of the so-called city wardens get
Look at this guy.
and take a cut
He's
of their
awesome.
profits. They've been after me
And
for
that
years
guy-
to join one of their stables, but I'm not interested.
Is that a
He's a great
different
guy.
guy?
Maybe they'll get the idea and
Well,
give
we
up.
haven't seen it yet because this is one of the sort of filler cutscenes, but they also have
Nothing
bits
I
where
can
Garrett and other characters are live-action FMV animated in silhouette.
And my luck seems to have
Wait,
finally
what?
turned for the better.
Yes.
So now we've got the finest in lockpicks. We can
Well-
go after more challenging and lucrative targets.
Well, this is not the level we thought we were going to, but it's a level, so let's do it.
So,
Wait,
I mean, we could go
we
back.
could easily go back and fix it. I think it's good that we got to see that cutscene because I think it was, neat. And there's a lot of good guys there, which, we've got in our good guys quota for the week, possibly the month.
So let's see what happens when we hit start training.
It'll take you to training.
That'll work. Okay, it's just the same level. No, just go back out and fix the config file. Hit
No,
3
this is just
instead
straight
of
up
4.
the training
Yeah,
mission.
yeah.
So, does it start with us level 0? Is that what we did wrong?
Right. We weren't sure.
Okay.
Hold please.
We were one ahead. Assassin's is the
So-
level after down in the Bone Horde.
Decrement it.
I should have known that because
Cool,
the Bone Horde is where you
okay.
get the stupid wailing horn. Because you have to chase that damn noise through the whole goddamn level.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this game is really great, but there are a few levels that don't hold up, and we have no qualms about skipping them.
All right, let's try this time.
But there's a lot
Skip
of levels
training.
in this game. So. Like Josh was like, how many levels are there in this game? We're like, yeah, there's like 15.
Okay, so this is very 90s. I want to say that up front.
Oh,
I know, but I love this kid.
Yes.
Shit.
I love
Like,
stabbing westward. But so this is the thing we were talking about last week, where you get this sort of like it's the pixie language talking about the Hammerites.
What?
The way this is
Hammerites
written,
are
Josh.
okay.
Go ahead.
Hammerites are the nasty, Catholic Church meets Henry Ford boys, who are all about the heavy industries and getting real dirty and sweaty while pounding hammers into clockwork. The pagans are the hippies.
This is a made-up thing or a real thing?
Yeah, it's fake.
Not like I had a whole
100%.
choice, really. The rent is due. My landlord's even tougher.
So
than
just to
the
catch you up, in the last game, we were trying to steal the scepter, and then we had to fence it to Cuddy. Cuddy got arrested in the second level, so we tried to break him out. Cuddy dies, but in the process of dying, he tells you about this cool horn in a underground tomb that has not yet been raided.
Felix.
So we're gonna break into an old tomb.
I'm dying, but there's this cool horn that you gotta go fucking get for me.
Like me can get some
It was a 90s video game, but yes, that scene happened.
prepared.
Who is
I wanna
that?
say-
We should have gotten the cheat for money.
I want to say two things. Number one,
We
is this
did.
game has very good writing. Number two, I believe that 99% of video games, the writing should be... There should be less writing than the writing is good, by a slight margin.
What is holy water?
It is
It
things you can
works
throw
on-
on zombies.
Yep, there you go.
I beg your pardon.
This is a stealth game. We're going to get into it. Just buy a couple, just so you have one or two on hand.
Let us
Well, I've
reiterate
got
the
3
rules
already.
for today's recording session, as we agreed upon, Josh. We're going to play this level until you no longer want to play this level.
I guess we should probably.
There's
get
a reason
more holy
Thief
water.
2 is widely considered the better game.
And more healing potions and some noisemaker arrows.
But as I was saying, like, a game
get
should not
rid
have
of
more writing than the
arrows.
writing is good, and you should cut things down more than you think you need to avoid that happening. If you've got, like, mediocre writing where it's kind of just, like, there to fills the purpose, do not let it outlast its welcome, and it will do that much quicker than you might think.
So we're in widescreen now. I can't walk into this room for some reason.
Because it's just a little altar. Don't worry about it.
It's like, you know, sometimes you meet someone and you find out they skip
Oh, hello.
cutscenes, and it kind of blows your mind. Like,
What?
I'm looking for the weirdo, cool, awesome horn that the guy that died off screen in a level I didn't do told me to get. Would you happen to know which direction that is? No?
There's a
Okay,
it's the only direction.
I'll find
you
it
can
myself.
it's like, you know, you meet someone who skips cutscenes, and, like, they're like, oh yeah, I played through Yakuza 0, but I
do I
skipped all the
crouch?
cutscenes and fast-forwarded through the dialogue. And you get really mad, but at the same time, like, you have to realize probably half of the games they've ever played, they made the right decision.
Yep. I'd agree with that.
What is my
Think
crouching
of all this
key?
time we've wasted spent watching cutscenes. Unnecessary cutscenes that have wasted our time.
Oh boy, us in particular.
Do that as a thought exercise, everyone at home, too. Do that.
I probably could have learned a new language.
Yeah. How many
It's
movies
really hard to tell
like,
if you're
could you have
crouching
watched
in this game,
instead?
apparently.
Even bad movies.
You can tell it lowers your visibility and also you duck down. Hit F. F
Well-
was the key you had to bound to.
Why
Oh,
is it
you're-
not working for control?
Like, just think, if you played Hitman
Left
Uh-oh.
control.
Absolution, and you skipped all of the
God damn it,
cutscenes, you might come out of
No.
Hitman Absolution thinking, that was alright.
I don't know if that would make that game better, to be honest.
I think it would make it much less egregious.
So, the interface is scaled for the most part, except for the text on the items, which is incredibly small now.
Well, it just tests your thief vision. Your thiefly senses. So yeah, there's enemies in this level. Remember we said that this was one of the first, like, first-person games like this that was focused around something other than violence, well,
Holy
I guess,
water arrow?
understandably, they weren't 100% committed to the idea, or ready to commit to the idea.
Holy water blesses your water arrows such that you can kill zombies and they stay dead. If you hit them with your sword,
with
they will
this?
get back up. This was a 90s era thing. I believe that's a trap. Yep.
Well,
You were
I'm
ducking.
trapped. Well, I can't get out of the duck and I can't jump anymore, so I'm stuck in this slight depression.
Can you
Oh
not
no, the
mantle?
magnets.
What's the
The
mantle
magnet-
key?
The
Jump.
magnets
Just
turned
walk
on.
forward and...
No, this is the sound of me mashing the space bar.
He's making the mantle noise. You have to hold it down and hold it forward
It's
down.
hyperventilating.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
You had the mantle
boy,
that
was
little...
arduous.
Ow, what? How dare you?
Hey Josh, I got a suggestion. You maybe want to leave this room, or at least not stand in front of the projectile launchers. All right, well,
Can I
there's
have,
a
like,
dead
a
guy here.
flashlight
Stop
or
and Think this
something?
one out, Josh.
A hovering
do
dead
the-
guy.
Do the Psylocke Fox puzzle here.
Look, the physics engine is not ideal. Hey, it's a dead hammerite.
Why can't I throw the holy water?
You're activating it. You're activating it too much. Stop activating it. You've used all of your
Well, I
holy
thought
water.
I was
and you have
throwing
one
it
arrow.
at people.
I said the holy water arrow. You fire your arrow.
Oh.
You're gonna walk
Backing
backwards
into
and trigger the
Josh.
trap.
Josh, you're backing into the trap.
I'm cool. I know where the trap is. I thought it was like a
No holy
grenade.
water.
I'd throw it at them. I'm gonna hit people with a hammer now.
Anyway, the
Okay,
reason
that's
we wanted
not
to show off
nearly
this
as
level,
cool as I thought that would be.
the reason we wanted to show off this level is to show off that Thief 1 had some uncertainties about its design and ended up having a lot of you should grab onto ropes.
Well, I couldn't even find the rope.
Mandatory
We're gonna
comment.
die. Yes, man. Sorry, I'm just so lost in this that. But yes, there's a
You
lot
were
of
the people who
mandatory
suggested we play this level.
combat. Well, I
It's like
figured
Indiana
chaotic.
Jones if he was fucking drunk.
We haven't even made it. Oh, there's traps there. Please don't trigger the trap.
What if I do anyway? There's nothing in these. This sucks.
They're traps.
Yeah, but they should
Are you
have, like,
complaining that
treasure
they
in
didn't
them.
stock their traps with treasure?
Yeah, it's a chest.
It's not like a Halloween bucket, Josh. It's a trap.
I do love these rigidly square tunnels underneath
Ah.
the catacombs.
Well, this is like a perennial thing that, you know, if you really want to put out forward an effort, you'll ride around, and if you don't, you just kind of hope nobody cares. Is like underground spaces and dungeons, and like how big they actually are.
There's
Like,
nothing
I remember
in here.
we were playtesting some D&D Next stuff years ago. We pulled out this
Go back, Josh.
and
Go-
adapted this third edition module.
Go back
where-
to where?
There's an exit to that room you didn't see.
Well,
the
like
right.
level 6 antagonists had set up in an underground cave which had been dug by dwarves, and the cave was like, it had a room that was like 200 feet
Oh, here it
long
is.
by 50
That's,
feet tall
that just got me back here.
by 50 feet wide, and there was a pit trap where if you stepped on it, the entire ceiling would cave in,
How do I-
and the room did nothing.
The use button. There's a use button. You've remapped the keys. I can't help you. Also, I have to
Isn't
say
that just...
I don't know what this is going to look like for when you do your encoding, but YouTube is not handling this dark corridor very well.
No, it says it does not like the current brightness. Use item as mouse 2.
Yeah, I think it's just mouse 2. Like, at the rope.
Well, that's not doing anything. There we go. I had to jump onto it, but it wasn't... It was being really finicky.
Remember when everybody tried to have rope physics for a little while, way back before we could actually do it?
Yes,
yeah, that was a
actually.
bad idea.
Opposing Force had this really bad.
Really crunchy ropes that kind of like broke up in foot-length segments. Like opposing forces. What is actually one of the Indiana Jones games also had it? As long as we're talking about drunk Dr. Jones.
Damn, that horn noise is gonna haunt me till I die.
Oh, you know what other game had it? Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. All right, Josh, we've had some
I'm
fun
a little
here, but
lost.
What do you say to moving on to the next level?
Why am I even here if the plan
here
was
to
to
get the
just do
horn.
this for 3 minutes?
Because we wanted to show off how bad it is when the game moves away from its stealth focus to wander around dungeons fighting zombies.
Okay, so that's the other thing we could talk about for a second before we leave, is like, this is also Thief level design at its worst. Not just the fact that it moves away from combat, or moves away from stealth to combat, but that it has these sprawling, labyrinthian nightmare levels that are all the same texture, and it's very easy to get utterly lost with no idea how to get to where you need to go. Because, like, if you look at the map, it's just a square that says Upper Labyrinth, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not super helpful.
Compare this even like the level we did in the last time we played this game, where there was a town. It was kind of like had a slope, so you could tell where you were in the town by the elevation, roughly, which direction you were going. Where the rooms, they kind of did their best to make them look like actual rooms, and just compare it to this bullshit. I feel like I'm playing Daggerfall.
A bit. It's a bit
That's almost never a
Battlespire-ish,
good thing.
actually.
Yeah. It's like Battlespire, but with better mechanics in absolutely every respect.
You're going back up to where you came into the temple.
Yeah, I know, that's the idea. Oh, fuck. No, wait. Accidentally
Sleep it off, Dr. Jones.
tap the space bar.
All right, well, that's enough of that.
Wow, I'm so glad we did that.
Yep, moving on to the next one. Which, did we want to do the next level, or which was the next one do you want to do, Chris?
The next one was Assassins, where you start in the guy's office where he gets killed through the window. Do you like that level?
Yeah, let's do that.
Isn't that a level in Dark Messiah Might and Magic?
Please
It's
stop
also a
saying
level
Dark
in
Messiah.
Yakuza.
Let's just, use this as a segue to go into increasingly unrelated video games.
Let's just use this as a segue to start playing Dark Messiah Might and Magic and see if anyone notices.
It's installed.
Just slide in a buttery slice of Dark Messiah of Might and Magic and see if anyone can tell the difference.
No, you see,
We've
you must
replaced
kick
a
the
level.
zombies.
We've replaced a level from classic-looking glass title Thief the Dark Project with Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. Can you tell the dark difference?
Entire game.
With
Alright,
the entire
so-
game, start to finish. Somewhere
over
around
here?
putting orcs off of rope bridges, you start to wonder, was this what Ken Levine was doing? Was this what he was all about?
Alright, here we go. Skip training. Did this cutscene already. Continue. Lockpicking instructions.
Yep.
What's
gotta
a
have
moss
them
arrow?
lockpick instructions. It creates a climbing moss,
Oh.
like a moss you can
No,
climb. Oh no,
no,
actually no.
no.
I'm sorry.
No,
Quiet.
it makes carpeting. It turns
I was
it
thinking
into
of the rope
carpet.
arrows.
Well, obviously we need fire arrows, because, I mean, come on.
Also, I have to say, just the design purist in me is a little bit annoyed with the fire arrows, in that they do not arc unlike any of the other arrows in the game, so they fly like rocket launcher rockets.
You know what? I was thinking of vine arrows.
Was that from not Dark Project, Thief 3?
That's Metal Age, yeah.
That shot was meant for me.
Well, they didn't shoot very accurately.
Did the job, I guess.
These creeps are gonna lead me right back to whoever sent them.
All right, Josh. Gotta
found some
get your
probe
shit
droids.
together. Gotta gather up all your shit and put it together and get out of this thing. What's your first move?
Follow the
I
killers?
throw a box.
Or that.
Can you imagine watching like a Jason Bourne movie where like someone just gets killed in front of him and he flats himself against the wall and he just like reach over and he like gropes a box into his hand by his fingertips and then he just like throws it in a chair and you're just watching like, oh man, I wonder where he's going with this. And then it just never comes back up again.
You know how baller it would be to just grab the guy's body and carry it as you
I feel
follow
like the gamma's
people?
a bit low. I think so.
And then you follow it
so-
all the way back to their base and you drop it at their feet and go, you drop this.
What? I died?
Yeah, you're supposed to be
Yeah,
following
sure.
them if you were paying attention.
Oh.
You didn't die. I mean, maybe eventually you will.
I like the idea of a
That's what the
Garrett that's
giant
just
skull
utterly...
means.
The
like there's not-
consequences
You'll die.
later.
I like the idea of a Garrett that's just utterly disinterested in whoever just tried to kill him. Just like, free crap. He just lines his pockets and then leaves.